Welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to be reviewing the new free-to-play PvPvE survival looting shooting game that is called Scavengers. And the reason this one is titled Is It Worth the Download instead of Is It Worth the Money is because the game is free to play. A lot of people are saying it feels kind of like a battle royale, but I don't see sort of like where they're coming from with it, because it's not about being the last team alive, it's about collecting the most data in a game. Data points will drop off enemies whether they are player controlled or not. You will also have these nodes that you can harvest data points from. There are data banks that will spawn in the game. I've not personally seen one, I've just seen like tooltips and stuff that point it out, and you can bank your data points so that if you go down you don't lose any. Because once the game is over, the team with the most data points wins. So I loaded the game up and I was presented with a tutorial. It felt fairly laggy, although the tutorial was, and I'd say it's kind of basic, but it does explain everything you need to know. It will teach you about enemies, loot and everything like that, medkits, weapons, all that sort of stuff. And then once you've completed that, you can go on an expedition. Basically, you matchmake, you find a team of 3 players including yourself. You go into the game, try and collect the data points, and the team with the most at the end will win. What it does though is it will basically limit the map. So you get this giant map and it will put you in a small area, and that is sort of like your play zone. Although I do believe you can leave the area and go into the storm, although I never tried it in a full-on match. When I first started matchmaking, it said the ETA for my match was 10 minutes, so I got a little bit scared, thinking that there weren't a lot of people playing or weren't enough people playing, but that time quickly dropped, and the typical wait is, I don't know, I'd say 30 seconds to a minute to find a game. The developers have stated that there will be progression wipes during this early access phase, as they will be rebalancing the game and doing everything they need to do to get ready for the full release. If you are interested in playing this game, you can get a key if you sign up to the publisher's website and you link your Twitch account, then you watch a stream with drops enabled. After watching that stream for 30 minutes, they will give you a key. I believe they're Steam keys, although I got one for the Epic Game Store, so it'll be one of the two. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description to the website that explains everything you need to do. It's fairly simple, but hopefully that'll help you guys out if you are interested in trying the game out. One of the negatives about the game, and there aren't actually too many, like there's pretty much no negatives, besides the one, when you first load into a game, the frames are dreadful. The game's all over the place, it's lagging everywhere, but after a short amount of time, it will be back to normal, and the performance doesn't have any other issues from what I've experienced. In my very first game, I found one other player, so PvP was pretty much out of the window, never encountered another team or anything like that. My only teammate was actually AFK, so I didn't get to do too much before dying because I got outnumbered whilst I was trying to collect data. Although other games have had several teams and the action has actually been quite fun, both the PvE and the PvP stuff. You will have 7 explorers to choose from, although you will only get 3 to begin with, the other 4 need to be bought. But each of the explorers will have different talents and craftable weapons and stuff. For an example, Valera has a shield dome and Helden has a healing aura ability. They will also have different signature weapons and stuff that you can craft when you're in game. As you play, you level up in game, and once you reach level 2, because there's 2 separate progression systems, you have one for in-match and then one for your overall character level. The one in-match will reset every single game, and once you reach level 2, in a new match, it will unlock crafting, where you can boost your shield so you can get a stronger shield, and you can also craft your signature weapon. I believe once you hit level 4 in-game as well, other crafting things become available, although I never actually made it that far. There will also be a research system that will let you unlock new weapons and equipment pieces. I've actually got a new signature weapon, if I remember correctly, that's called the Snowpiercer, and it's a type of bow. But there are a lot of other things you can do. I've started crafting the frag grenades, you can do thermal boosts and stuff. It's quite an in-depth sort of research system, and also when you research a certain amount of items, it will upgrade your research system and it will allow you to craft more. So basically it would unlock new things to craft through the research, You also have salvage you can pick up. I think you pick it up in game, and you might be awarded some for challenges, and you deconstruct that in the research system, and it gives you all the different materials that you might need to, for an example, unlock the frag grenades. The challenges, there were 2 to begin with for me, and once I completed both, more unlocked. I don't think they're daily. I think there's just a resetting sort of challenge system. Early access players will get a 1,500 chip bonus, which will be the currency in the game, which can be used to unlock other explorers and skins and stuff. So at the moment I've got 1,520, and I believe it's 1,150 or something like that to unlock a new character. Although I don't know if that means when it does fully launch, if the other characters will need to be purchased through a microtransaction. I'm not entirely sure how that part works. You can find vehicles in the game. You'll see icons for different stuff like weapons, armor, vehicles, all that sort of stuff on your minimap. And basically you do your scavenging, you find different bits of loot and stuff, and you also find scrap. With that scrap, or at least for the vehicle I found, I had to pay 400 scrap. It let me fix up the vehicle, then I could drive it around, and it was pretty cool. I mean, as soon as I got out and started running around, I got killed by another team, but we won't talk about that too much in depth. And overall, I feel the experience was quite good. I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, randomly matchmaking has never been the greatest thing in the world, especially when you are trying to gather like data points and stuff. Obviously, people are going to play their own way. I totally accept that. I've done videos about that on the channel. But in this game, I spawned in, and one of my teammates decided to go the complete opposite way to where me and the other teammate went. So we were kind of split up, and I'd say it's similar to, like, in terms of the splitting up, it's similar to like a battle royale. You're pinged somewhere on the map to drop, and one of your teammates will just go somewhere completely different. I'm not in any way, shape or form saying this game's like a battle royale, because I don't think it is. If you get downed by someone in the game, you will have a 50-second, I think it's a 50-second respawn timer. And you only get to respawn once until you are completely eliminated. And then obviously if all of your team die at the same time, it just wipes the entire team. And if you manage to get a kill on another like player controlled character, then you will be able to steal some of their data points. So it kind of, I'm going to say, encourages you to actually get involved in the PvP stuff. Especially if you come across the team that's top and you take them out. That's a big boost for your team. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. The game will be available for Xbox, PlayStation and PC. It's going to be completely free. You can test it out now through getting a Twitch drop, or if you can find another sort of like giveaway. You can grab yourself a key, get it installed and try it. They are scheduled to release the game. I think it will still be early access, but it won't be like a closed early access. They are trying to schedule it to be released before the end of the year. The game looks good graphically. As I said, once you're in the game for a minute or two, your performance picks up on PC and it's nice and smooth. I would say if you're into like a team-based PvPvE survival sort of game, I would definitely pick this up, because there's like a food system as well. You will run out of stamina quite quick. You'll start getting really cold. There's fires and stuff. So there are a decent amount of mechanics to it. The developers are going to be able to add lots of new weapons and stuff into the game as well, which I think will be quite cool. You can also slide down like hills and stuff, which makes it a lot faster to move around. There's different rarities of the weapons. You've got like bow and arrows, you've got actual guns. You can stow your weapons to run faster. I'd say it's a pretty cool game, and especially because it's free to play, there's absolutely no harm in trying it. I recommend it. I'm not going to give it a rating. I don't like giving games ratings, because normally they come back and it's like they always backfire whenever I give a game a rating. So I'm just going to say I do recommend at least trying it. Give it a go if it's your sort of thing, if it looks good to you. And that's going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.